And we are live. Just like that, we're live. Welcome in, everybody, to a long-awaited installment. It's been a while. Of not Afrocast, of Tuesday Night Cooldown, which is also kind of a version of Afrocast, but it's not the same. So welcome in, everybody. Glad you're here. Glad you're ready to hang out, talk for a little while. Got a fun story to tell you at the beginning. Not a fun story, but just a story. But first and foremost, it is important that we acknowledge the first person to arrive in chat. And today, I believe this is for the first time. Pretty close to the first time. I think it's the first time, though. We have a new first in chat today. Obscura Mask. First in chat. Also says, good seeing you at the Beat Us Anonymous last night. And I almost don't want to do it, but you deserve it. You were first in chat. Appreciate you. Hey, Obscura Mask. Your soul is glowing.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through.
Just let your soul glow, baby.
Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
Well, there we go. All right, shout out. Thank you for being first in chat, Obscura Mask. Appreciate you. Much love. We're gonna say hi to the chat real quick, and then we're gonna get jumping into it, just talking about stuff. We got a couple hours to just hang out. We got Apollo Monopoly says first, technically second, but close. Turd Ferguson says thirst. Thirst. Sandro Franca says, remember, folks, we get to watch because he allows it, but we must pay because Meek demands it. I don't demand it. I'm not demanding anything from you guys. I just appreciate you being here. Anna says fourthest. Pretty close. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Good to see you, Anna. Atomic Patriot says crazy. It's always crazy around here, Atomic Patriot. Darth Blaine says, hail chat. Welcome in, Darth Blaine. Good to see you. Ladybug says, Meeky stream. Heck yeah. Well, there we go. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since we've done one of these. Now that we're getting done a little bit earlier, we can fit some more of these Tuesday night cooldowns in the mix, you know, now that Beardo's reading faster. So what's up, Hertz Donut? He says chirp. There's no chirp. I don't even change the batteries. I just don't have one plugged into the wall, but there's no chirp. Haggy says been fat. Yeah, objectively a fact. Lost Brave Fan says, Meek, real question, is Jay Hailstorm not with G&G anymore? I have heard nothing about that. I believe he's a producer. He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. He does a lot of videos. He does a lot of clipping, editing, for like Cobra Cast and stuff like that. So, you know, I've heard nothing about him not being part of G&G anymore. If he's not, it is news to me. Either way, we love Jay Hailstorm, even though he's the goddamn devil. No, shout out to Jay Hailstorm. For real, as much shit as I give him, I do appreciate Jay Hailstorm a lot. He does a lot of work behind the scenes, so. Soundwave Superior says 199. Shout out Soundwave. Good to see you, man. What's up, Glenathan? Good to see you, sir. Ziana says, rejoice that it's not almost 11 p.m. Welcome in, peeps. Yeah, it's not at all. It's 10 where I'm at. Naruto the 7 says, I'm late. I was in the middle of watching One Piece. Hey, no worries. I appreciate you being here. Shout out to One Piece. What's up, Brimstone? Good to see you. Scrywedo? I'm gonna give up. What's up? How you doing? Joe C818 Pureblood. Our guy Joe. Hope you're doing well, Joe. Good to see you. Gifted a channel membership to Slipstream 31. Welcome to the Meek. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming to hang out with us, man. Hope you're doing well, Joe. What's up, Saint Adam? Good to see you. Holy fuck says, Bro Island is a scheme to sell Beardo brand condoms. That's assuming he's using protection. Johnny 2x4 says no taxation with representation. Yeah, I am your representative, and I think you should pay taxes or something, but not taxes to the government. Taxes to me. There's no tax. By how much? X and Winterland says, by how much has the lurker tax raised? It's free. It's free. Josie went on Pure Blood gifted another channel membership to Z Highness. Z Highness, welcome to the Meek. Thank you so much. Stress Level 100 says, what's up, Miki? Got my front tooth pulled today. Gonna be on soft foods for a week. Oof. Sorry to hear that, my friend. I hope it recovers quickly. When are you gonna play Metal Gear Rising? So my thought is this right now, and we'll see. I'm still kind of thinking it through. My thought is, I'm probably gonna get back into Sleeping Dogs to finish that because it's just been hanging there for a while. Just a hanging thread. And so we're going to pull that thread and finish it off. And then we're going to do Delta at the end of the month. Metal Gear Delta, the remake for 3. And then I think we'll do Metal Gear Rising Revengeance as well. So that's what my thought is. I think that's how we're going to do it. So Angie GTO says, hello, chat, Miki. Angie, I'm glad you're doing well. Good to see you in chat. What's up, Can Man? He said his name and he appears.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Quasimo Dojo says, sorry about your AIDS, Meek. Yeah, I was really sick yesterday. What's up, Rough Night? Good to see you as well, sir. Yeah, I was really sick yesterday. I slept most of the day yesterday. Thank you, Rough Night and Anna, for the lurking. I appreciate you. Yeah, I slept most of the day yesterday. I was going to try to save up enough energy to do a stream, and I just didn't have it in me, man. I was too fucking tired. I was so exhausted yesterday. X Wonderland for 5 says, my lurker tax. Thank you for leaving my right arm attached so I could send it. Hey, we're looking out for you. I won't miss my right arm and legs too much. See what we can do. Left arm. I knew what you meant. Anna says, I'm going to do all kinds of talking while I lurk. Nothing secret about my weight. What is it? That isn't lurking. Maybe I don't understand the structure. Yeah, lurking is I don't know. It's an art form, really. X and Wonderland for another 5 says, I meant left arm. I'll be mailing my right arm shortly. You didn't have to send another super chat for that because I kind of got what you meant. I would have corrected it and figured out that you meant your left arm, but Giggity says, Epic Mike, what kind of shenanigans are we in for tonight? We're going to talk about a couple things. I have a rant to go on because something made my kid cry and I'm very annoyed by that. And then we're going to talk about a couple things, but we're always free balling it around here, and I'm free balling. Real Grego says, finally a cool down. Welcome in, Grego. It's good to see you. What's up, Tree Bear? Shout out, bro. Killing it with the memes. Also just killing it in general. The eyes in this picture are unsettling. Oh, in my in the thumbnail. Yeah. He's selling insurance to old people. That's my guess anyways. Lexicon Hellhound says, I like that his cape is being held on by 2 exclusive rare limited edition Switch coins. We're always looking out for it, trying to do what we can. Charles Vane says, Hail Meek, yeah. The cream of the crop on Afrocast, yeah. Remember, Jeremy is a homosexual man, yeah. And Mirdo is a retarded ass bitch. Also, this whole stream is a goddamn conspiracy. Rest in peace to Hogan and Ozzy. Thank you so much, Charles Vane. Appreciate you. What's up, Beach Dad? Word up. The mask is making me think of Five Nights at Mikey's, like someone was shoved in there. Those eyes. I mean, was Doom always to be, or was he made, or was he constructed? That's the question. What's up, Truth Warrior? Good to see you, Donald McNamara. All right, we're gonna start going through quickly. Beach says, I'm gonna be lurking. Have a good one, chat. And Mike, hey, appreciate you lurking, man. Thank you so much. Shout out to my lurkers. I appreciate all of you. What's up, Mountain Mutt? Good to see you. Praise the coin. Yeah. The exclusive, one-of-a-kind, commemorative Day 1 Switch 2 launch coin. It's always near. True Bear's account is banned in 7 countries. Bro, it's so good, dude. What's up, Aurelio? Says, let's go. Good to see you, man. Turd Fergusonian says, some guy was watching in an airport. I was trying not to put you on blast, turd. Everybody knows who you are. I was trying not to put you on blast. Next time, I'll make sure to mention your name exclusively so everybody knows it was you in an airport being embarrassed by my weird anime girl sounds. Okay? There we go. What's up, Donald McNamara? Spirian, good to see you as well. Ningar Renegade says, sup, Mike? Them boys say you're gay. Anyways, hail up, Big Mike. You eat poop cookies. I don't eat poop cookies, and I'm not gay. Mostly. Sissy says, hello, everyone. Well, hi, Sissy. Meek, what happened on Monday? I thought you were going to do the DLC. Yeah, I was very sick on Monday. I had to skip the Monday hangover, and I was like, maybe at like 9, maybe at 10, I could put together a stream, and I was just feeling awful. I had a really bad headache Saturday night that got worse throughout the night, and then I got super nauseous. And then for the whole rest of the day, the next day, I was just out. I'm still recovering a little bit. I slept like, I got up this morning, and then I probably slept another 4 or 5 hours after that. So yeah, it's been a little rough. What's up, Marianne? How you doing? Good to see you. Vault 95 Gaming for 109 says, great to get a cooldown again. Hail Mike. Hey, shout out, man. Appreciate you. Glenathan says, if a male goat is a ram and a donkey an ass, why is a ram in the ass a goose? That's, you know, one of those mysteries we'll never know. Lost Brave Friend said, free Naggardnall's family, Meek. It's going to be difficult to secure their release.
Huh?
So we'll see what I can do. What's up, Dijon Hayden? Good to see you, man. A cooldown would be nice. It's freaking hot. It's Africa hot. Tarzan couldn't take this kind of hot. It's very hot. It's been very hot and very humid for a lot of people recently. So, Giggity says, left foreplay, Mike. Let's fucking go. Hey, listen, no more foreplay. Warbin says, hey all, what's going on? How you doing, man? So, how am I stalling? There's no stalling. Dude, hurts, don't I? I did see KFC's bringing back their wedges and hot and spicy wings next week. I'm excited, man. With the changes coming to YouTube, Meek is going to implement the limb tax, just FYI. Yeah, fuck all these changes. Listen, I immediately want to point out that I am very sorry for anybody and everybody that has to deal with the changes that YouTube is implementing. It's fucking awful. I know a lot of people are not happy with it, are pissed off, are frustrated, and are likely going to leave YouTube or stop using YouTube altogether, and that's a huge fucking bummer, but I get it. I understand. Yeah, and then I just got a $1 donation over on Streamlabs from our boy Naruto the 7th, and I'm gonna acquiesce. Hey Mike, Epic Mike, can you please do a reaction to the One Piece live action season 2 trailer or thoughts on said trailer? Thanks. Yeah, I have not watched it yet. I will pull it up. We will do a reaction to it because I did like season 1 of One Piece. I have not watched the anime yet, but I do want to check out the trailer. So we'll check out the trailer for sure, and we'll talk about it. And I want to get you guys' thoughts on it as well. What is this? Is it? This looks like it's it. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look at this. Real quick. So speaking of anime, I got a bone to pick with you guys on that too. There's a lot of things we got to talk about tonight. All right. First and foremost, I'm gonna get my rant out of the way. Okay. My son loves dinosaurs. Thinks dinosaurs are the coolest fucking thing in the whole world. And he has been playing Jurassic Park Evolution 2, and the game is very fucking glitchy and has a lot of problems. And I walked in today and saw him very upset, in tears, because a bunch of his dinosaurs were starving to death and he didn't know why. Apparently there is a glitch in that game that has existed since the game came out that they have never fixed, or at least haven't fixed on console, where if you have too many dinosaurs in your parks, they will stop eating and drinking water and will start to starve to death, and you have to manually either trank them to move them to a different spot or save and reload the game to fix the glitch. He didn't know that, and he thought he did something wrong, and he was very fucking upset about it. So to the developers of the makers of Jurassic World Evolution 2, go fuck yourselves. 100% heartfelt. Fuck you for doing that, making my son sad, making my son cry. I can't believe that you didn't fix the game. Kids play that fucking game, and it's awful that my son got upset about that because you guys couldn't be bothered to patch your own fucking game.
You blew it! Shut the fuck up. Know your fucking place, trash.
So that's how I feel about that. Developers that can't finish their games, especially games that they know are marketed towards kids and are specific for them, that's awful. Nothing pisses me off more than knowing that they could have just patched this 4 years ago and refused to. And now that it comes to my front door and I have to see it, I can't imagine how many other people worked hard on their parks and worked hard on that game and did a bunch of time and investing into a game just to have most of their dinosaurs die over a glitch that they didn't know how to fix. That's awful. It's terrible game making. The fact is that you know that most of the people that would be playing this game are children, and you still let that glitch exist is complete shit behavior in my book. So yeah, once again, to the developers of that game, go fuck yourselves. There's my mini rant. What's up, Real Grey Ghost? Excuse me. For 2 says Fear the Beatus. I don't have diabetes. I don't have diabetes. Eldra says, Hail to Epic Mike, the best part of Tuesday's main event. You know, after Ryan and Jay, who left. Hey, I'll take it. 3rd is good. Cooldown is chirptastic. Reset the Cripple says Nintendo is gay. Yeah, you're not wrong. John Monkey says, I almost want to go back to listening to the opening waiting music. It's good stuff. Yeah, it's a good opening, man. Hey, what's up, Frank? Have you finished Expedition 33? I have not. Okay, I have not. I have been grinding to try to get to Simon and fight Simon, but I think what I'm going to do is just finish the game and then go back and play post-game, and then I'll finish the rest of it. I think I'm just going to finish it probably either tonight or tomorrow night, just in like my own time. So because I want to finish it so I can do a video on it and talk about it. So I will be finishing it very soon. I know you and Rusev have been asking about it, so... Sissy says, my shoulder's been hurting all day. Oh, I'm sorry, Sissy. I hope it feels better. Rest up. All right. I'm going to get caught up on super chats, and then I'm just going to scroll down because there's way too many people in chat, and I cannot keep up with all of you guys. So if I miss something, I will fucking, I don't know. If I miss something, just retype it in the chat again. Let me see here. The good white for 5 says reparations. Hey, shout out, my man. I appreciate it. We need them. We out here. Thank you for the reparations, bro. Meek Veilguard win soon. I'm gonna do a private stream, and I'm gonna make sure. I gotta make sure that I can gift you. I believe I can gift people specifically memberships, because I'm probably gonna do it as like a members only stream. Did you finish off Full Metal? No, but we're gonna talk about that in a second here. Gig Giggity for 5 says, taxes are like tumors. Ignore them and they'll go away. Thanks for the sound financial advice, Mike. Appreciate you. JB says, I can't afford the liquor tax. God help me. There's no, it's all free, bro. It's all free. I watched Weapons and Sinister the same night. Sinister was better. Yeah, I didn't hate Weapons, but I didn't love it. I gave it a D+. Maybe I'd give it more if I watched it again. I don't know. I didn't hate the movie, but I didn't like the ending. And I'll talk about that in a little bit too. Shaggy Rogers book review for 199 says, for taxes, Emperor Biggest Meekus. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's wild. Dr. Manzer says, hey, Mike is alive. I survived. Somehow. I fucking survived. Have you ever heard the Scrooge McDuck theory of economics? I don't think I ever have. Pregnancy sickness. I'm not pregnant. Zencat says, hey, Mike in chat, always here for a cooldown, even in lurker mode. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to catch up on chat. I'm just scrolling through. I'm sorry, guys. Pilingujo, welcome in. Good to see you. But yeah. Yes, F them devs, dude. Tell your son to stop being a dinosaur and get a job. Stop being a fucking dinosaur and go get a real job. That's wild. He's like, how would that even work? You're not a dinosaur. Oh man, that's funny. That's the perfect opportunity to teach him how to fix the code himself. I'm too retarded to run a stream regularly, let alone teach my son how to code. But that's not a bad idea. If maybe I can get it on PC for him and we can learn how to make a mod or build a mod that fixes it. Orn Ugantan for 2 says, my lurker tax, I mean reparations, hail Gary. Thank you so much, Orn Ugantan. Appreciate you, man. Show the feet. I've already shown my feet on stream once. I'm not doing it again. Recep says Epic Mike has been the best part of F&T lately. How does Beardo feel about that? Beardo will say that he's happy for me, but he's not. No, this object. Sorry, this is not Rusev. This object says Epic Mike has been the best part of F&T. I appreciate it. It's been a great time. I appreciate Gary having me on. I've had a blast on F&T. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure Beardo's happy for me. Resev says Simon was light work. That's not what I've heard from other people. Damn. Vault 95 Gaming for 199 says you bring energy to F&T. It was badly missing. Hail. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Don't forget to check your Streamlabs donos. I sent one. All right. Yeah, I'll update it. I keep my phone on me to check it all out. So, okay. Gray goes for 10 over on Streamlabs. Thank you very much, sir. Says paying my lurker tax, but wait. Streamlabs is tax-free. So is the lurker tax being tax-free no longer a lurker tax? It is actually a hidden tax that is free? No. It's still a lurker tax, just YouTube tax-free. My man. That's it right there. If you don't like YouTube and you say, fuck them, that's why, you can send me a Streamlabs donation. And so even though you're still paying your tax to me, YouTube doesn't get a cut of those taxes. See what I'm saying? It's like cutting out a government entity in the middle that's also funneling some of your money through and taking a cut of it themselves. Or something. I don't know. It all works out that way. What are your best Far Cries? You mean the Far Cry games? I mean, Far Cry 1 is great. Far Cry Primal, I believe it's called, is like a remake of the first Far Cry, but it added in these aspects where you got like animal powers. That was a rad game. I loved Far Cry 3 a lot. Far Cry 3 is amazing. Far Cry 4 is okay. And I played through Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 is decent. I like Far Cry 5. It's just a little repetitive, but the story is interesting. It has a very interesting story to it. But I would argue Far Cry 1, Far Cry Primal, and Far Cry 3 are the best Far Cries. And probably in that order, Far Cry 3 is the best one of the bunch. So, thank you, Real Gregos. Yeah, if I don't notice it right away, I notice it on my phone eventually. So I do appreciate it. Thank you for the Streamlabs donation, Naruto the 7th as well. Angmar WK for 5 says lurker tax recommendation: Dino Riders 80s, Godzilla 90s, and Street Sharks cartoon. Your kid may like it. I will definitely check out Dino Riders and Godzilla 90s, and then I've told him about Street Sharks. We never got to it, but it's on a list of like shows that I've mentioned to him. I introduced him to Beast Wars. He loved it. I introduced both my kids to Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They love that show as well. So yeah, as long as you chat, you're technically not a lurker. That's very true. Congrats on the baby. I'm not pregnant. Rough Night, Miss Rough Night says he missed me. I even tagged him. How rude. What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't see it. I was scrolling through chat really quickly. The Scrooge McDuck theory of economics is that there's a sizable number of people who don't understand how net worth works and think of the rich as simply sitting on massive vaults of liquid assets. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That actually makes sense. Yeah, that everybody assumes that net worth means they just have a ton of money, and there's a lot of rich people that don't have a lot of money. They have a lot of resources. They have a lot of like they have a lot of resources. They have a lot of things assigned to them that they own, but they don't actually have like a lot of liquid cash that they can move at a moment's notice. Which is kind of why it's surprising with like Elon Musk that he had enough liquid cash to like. Well, I know he sold some Tesla stock as well, but he had enough money to buy Twitter, which was kind of huge. But yeah, let's see here. I never thought Gary would succumb to DEI hiring. That's wild. All right, we're gonna watch because we're gonna segue from one to the other. We're gonna watch this One Piece trailer. I've watched season 1 of One Play. I'm not pregnant. I don't have a baby. I watched season 1 of One Piece. I liked One Piece a lot. I thought it was a very fun show. I'm sure it's not nearly as good as the anime the anime. My son watches the anime. He loves it. He likes it more than the live action show, but I've heard that they're also doing a decent job. So we're going to check out this trailer for season 2 of One Piece. Now, I know that the showrunner has left, apparently, and there's been some changes behind the scenes, but we'll see if it's as good as the first one or not. We'll see. So, I kind of dig it. I'm not gonna lie. I actually kind of dig it. What I like is that they already announced that season 3 sets sail soon, because one thing we do know about this in these shows, and one thing that's been a complaint, is that it takes so long in between these shows. And if you're going to adapt a show like One Piece that has over 1,000 episodes, and you're condensing a lot of it down into like 10, 13 episodes a piece, then you're going to have to make sure that you keep rolling out seasons quickly, or you're going to run out of time. Eventually the show's not going to be profitable for you to do. So it'll be interesting to see what people think about this season. I think if the critical acclaim is as good as season 1 or better, that, you know, they can keep rolling these out. My guess is if they're speeding up production like they are, and season 3 is already going to be started soon, my guess, if they can flip this to a yearly schedule where they can get out every year they release One Piece, they'll probably get like 7 seasons before they have to cancel it. But hi, the lovely Sherry, good to see you. Frank says, and I still don't care about One Piece. I mean, that's fair. All right, let me see here what we got to say about it, because I'm curious about what you guys think. What did you say, Mr. Ruffman? I haven't seen it yet. Have to do homework. I'll be back. Hey, no worry, Pinangujo. Appreciate you, man. Blood Dragon is out. Oh yeah, that's true. I wasn't thinking about this, the spin-offs. Blood Dragon, yes, Far Cry Blood Dragon is the best one. If Blood Dragon became its own game, like its own full-on like cyberspace game or whatever, cyberpunk cyberspace game, I would play the shit out of it. I mean, I know it's a spin-off already, and I loved Blood Dragon, but I'd love if they did like a Blood Dragon 2 and just did what they did with Blood Dragon 1. Dude, I love Blood Dragon. If you guys have not checked it out, Far Cry Blood Dragon is a DLC from 3. It is so freaking good. It's like cyberpunk, cyberspacey, and it's just like really dumb, over the top 80s like nostalgia nonsense. Like, dude, it's pretty great. I wonder if I can find some I'll find some gameplay of it, because it's so, I did not expect what it was when I started playing it.
Same old phone.
Oh geez, let me get rid of this. I'm gonna get yelled at by Jeremy for not having YouTube Premium. So unprofessional of me. But Far Cry Blood Dragon was legit. So I'm gonna pull up a clip of that and we'll look through that, because the actual gameplay of it is pretty great. Rough Knight says a tiny percentage, the most wealth is generational and the product of social networking, other recipients of generational wealth. And while not sitting on liquid assets, they are sitting on their assets and accumulating interest. That's a good point. Beast Wars and Beast Machines are cool shows. I've never watched Beast Machines, I don't think. Beast Wars is rad, dude. I love Beast Wars so much. Mike, you need your kids to watch Mr. Rogers. They have watched some Mr. Rogers. They also watched Daniel Tiger growing up. And Daniel Tiger was a good intro to Mr. Rogers. Mike, if you something like dinosaurs, Ark Survival Evolved is a lot of fun, but it's a survival.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Hey, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate you, man. Mike, if you're something like dinosaurs, Ark Survival Evolved is a lot of fun. It's a survival. Yeah, I might have to try my son out on Ark Survival Evolved. He might like that. I'll have to check it out. They borrow money against their stocks to get their money. Yeah, I've actually heard about that. This is like one of the first times I heard about it, was like a few years ago, about how like you can borrow against your stocks and stuff like that to get like cash and money and stuff. It's kind of wild. Probably should invest one day. How much do we owe for this? Nothing. It's all free. I'm mixed on this one. Says Real Straw Hat Guy. Well, Real Straw Hat Guy, well, I'm curious what your thoughts were on season 1. Are they just searching for a bathing suit? No, the One Piece is like a, if I remember correctly or understood correctly, it's like it's a treasure, like a treasure, and whoever finds it will be like king of the pirates, because of how like huge it is, like how much treasure it is. They race swapped. I heard that they race swapped a character in the show. I know it's really, really bad idea, but I wish they could do something like this for Dragon Ball. It could be legit if they actually stuck faithfully to the material. The thing is, there has to be a level of ridiculousness. There has to be a suspension of there has to be a level of comedy to anime. It's one of the things that anime is known for. Like even serious animes can have moments of levity in it and stuff. And there's a level of I don't want to say goofiness, because goofiness feels dismissive. But like there's a level of silliness to anime at times that blends, especially when you have really dark source material stuff that you're getting into, or really dark storylines, that I think you have to be able to put into shows. And there's a level of theatricality, and there's a level of like bombacity to anime that you kind of have to translate to live action, and a lot of live action places don't translate that very well, so it could be interesting. I probably enjoyed the season as well, but there's no way they adapt some of the later stuff well. That's fair. Yeah, a lot of people seem to like it, so don't forget, chat, we owe our right thigh and left elbow. No, there's nothing. You don't owe anything. Watching Alien Earth right now. I'm gonna have to check that out. Jake Stanley, I've heard that it's good. I'm really curious, so tentatively optimistic. That's fair. Little Man and I love the anime. Really? Okay. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm getting there. Yeah, no, I've actually been watching through Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I know a lot of people are like, no, you got to start with the other one first. I'm watching Brotherhood first. That's the one I was told was the most faithful to the the manga. Maybe one day I'll watch just original Full Metal Alchemist. But right now I'm watching Brotherhood. I fucking love it. It took 2 episodes for me to be like, nope, I'm really into this show. And after watching the, you know, the one storyline, the little girl that most people that have watched it know about, holy shit, I was like, this shit's dark, and I love it, dude. I am loving the story. I believe I'm on season 3 right now. I just hit the top of season 3. I love the characters. Dude, the enemies in this show, the antagonists, are fucking phenomenal. They're brutal and dangerous and efficient, and like, yeah, I fucking love it. I love the Elric brothers so much. Dude, I'm really impressed with how good this show is. I didn't expect it to be this level. I've heard so many people say it was one of the best animes out there, one of the best animes of all time. Everybody loves Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's so good. It's so good. And I was like, all right, I guess we'll see. Nope, this show is phenomenal. It is already up there with some of my favorite anime. And I haven't finished it yet, but I'm looking forward to finishing it. What the fuck? I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. I don't know where that sound alert came from. I have no idea what that's attached to. I don't know what that is. Oh God. But anyways, I love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, dude. It's rad. I really did not expect it to be this good. I did not expect this. I'm loving it, so. Gary and Chris Gore said TV series shouldn't take 3 years to come out. That's too long. I agree. There's been too much time in between shows. They need to flip things faster. I think if Arcane would have been on a faster schedule time-wise, I think we would have gotten, 3 or 4 seasons of Arcane. I think 3 or 4 seasons of Arcane could have been some of the best television that we've ever seen. And instead they did 2 fucking seasons, called it a wrap, and then wrapped up everything in 1 season way too fast and completely shot their story all to hell in doing so. And it was a huge fucking bummer. So, 0 interest in One Piece's JB Spooky review. I mean, that's fair. I'm interested. I like it from the angle that I've been watching it from, like with the live action, but we'll have to see. So, I like the casting for Smoker and Nico Robin. They both look really cool. Yeah. Nico Robin looks really rad, actually. One Piece is not my cup of tea, says Lexicon Hellhound. I mean, that's fair. No worries. Never seen any One Piece, but it looks interesting. I mean, if you wanna, the thing is, the live action show has me curious about the anime, which to me is the way you should be. People complaining about Vivi being dark skinned. She's literally from Alabama, so One Piece is Egypt. Also, Ichiro Oda has nationality of the characters. Interesting. Well, listen, I mean, I know people are very sensitive about race swaps and stuff like that right now, and hopefully the show can win people over if it's still good and it's still written well and it doesn't affect the character and the character feels accurate, then hopefully people can enjoy it for what it is. So I'm so behind again. Rough Knight says I built my first big boy PC to play Far Cry and KOTOR. Oh, that's rad. Oh yeah, also I wanted to pull this up. This is actually some gameplay from Far Cry Blood Dragon. If you have not played it, you should go check it out. It's awesome.
0.5 pulses.
So it literally starts out like a Terminator, like Bionic Man thing. And this is like a spin-off of Far Cry 3 that has nothing to do with Far Cry 3 really.
Pumping at 130%. This is strong run. Upload the program.
Let's skip ahead.
Sergeant. Black Sector. That could only mean a handful of outfits.
All of them bad news, Spider.
Alert. Alert. LiDAR skynet detected. Heliotrone 7-3 is no longer on stealth.
So, like, that's the aesthetic of this, and then when the game starts, like, this is the actual... Oh my God, dude, I'm gonna shit my pants. Jeremy was right. I should have had premium. I should have premium. Here we go. I should have premium.
Running is like walking, only
so
faster.
This is like the map, and they have like a TV, like the vertical lines or whatever on the TV.
Getting in the way of your mayhem?
I'll show you what the cannon like kind of looks like. Like all the guns are like laser guns. It's rad. If you haven't played it, you should play it.
Factory jobs in Detroit. You get to that catwalk. Sweep and clear all of those motherfuckers.
Use the catwalk to quietly position.
The other cool part about it is there are like in the game there are these cyber dragons that you have to fight. And if you fight these cyber dragons, they give you like cool
Throwing
shit.
cyber hearts may lure the dragon.
Yeah. So like you have to fight these cyber dragons or whatever, and then they give you like massive upgrades and stuff. Anyways, if you haven't played it, you should go play. You should play Far Cry Blood Dragon. It's awesome. So, Robot for Me says fuck live action One Piece. Season 1 they race swap Nojiku. Season 2 they race swap Vivi. Interesting. Or Vivi? I don't know. Sorry. All right. As a big fan of manga and anime, I didn't hate the live action. The trailer looks good. I hate the Vivi race swap though. That's what a lot of people are saying. Daniel Tiger's trash. That's wild, dude. Who the hell told him about Ark Survival? That shit literally burning. Is literally burning. It's broken. Ark Survival is broken? Really? I've never heard that before. Harbinger for $10 says lurker tax. There's no tax. Meek, have a look at the Project Zero franchise for the Fright mics. I also heard you threw your foot on the WNBA court. Your foot isn't a dildo, Meek, regardless if you believe it. That's wild. Project Zero, huh? All right, let me look this up. I do have a list of games that I'm looking into to see what I can play next, so I'll be sure to check that out. The One Piece is Gold Roger's treasure. See, I know so little about One Piece, so that's my fault. One Piece is Gold D. Rogers' treasure from the former king of the pirates. Gotcha. I mean, Mike, most importantly, don't pay income tax on those bank loans. Oh, for rich people. So that's why a lot of them don't pay taxes on certain things. Interesting. The One Piece is a limited rare edition rare Switch coin. Well, you mean like this one? I like season 1 despite some of the changes and swaps, but some of the people leaving behind the scenes has me a little worried. That's what a lot of people are saying. Lost Brave says, is Mike not live on Kick right now? No, I am not live on Kick right now. I've been having some trouble with Kick recently. I got to see what I can figure out. I got to adjust some stuff. That's why. Stop ruining anime by making it live action. It's garbage and unnecessary. I'm actually on your side of the fence on this, Frank. I think that live action stuff implies most of the time, almost all of the time, I feel like live action adaptations of anime are because they don't think that anime is a legitimate form of media and a legitimate form of art, and therefore to make it more legitimate and cooler for people or more legitimate to people, they have to add in live action versions of that because anime somehow isn't enough to convey certain things. And I think it's actually the opposite. I think that I could be interested in live action versions of things being made into anime more than I would be the opposite, because I think something is lost in translation. And I think anime is actually right now at a higher form of artistic expression than live action is. I feel like a lot of live action products are devoid of the artistic expression that they're hoping it could be. And I think the anime is doing a much better job of that, and a much better job of resonating with its fan base, much better job of reaching people, reaching their core audience, and moving people, and giving people storylines and characters that they really relate to and resonate with. So yeah, I'm on your side of the fence, actually. I'm so fucking behind on chat. Levity, campiness, yes, thank you. Those are all good words for it. It's all right to call it goofy. One Piece is really like that. There's the in-lore reason for that as well. Really? I didn't know that. Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. That's true. Angie's letting you guys know. War Wizard for 199 says, sorry, Meek, I was lurking but forgot to pay. You don't have to pay. It's okay. You don't have to pay anything. That's crazy. Even for regular anime, One Piece is like an irregularity among monster anime. One Piece is in a league of its own. I know a lot of people love One Piece, so. Brotherhood's fantastic. Brotherhood is best by far. OG wasn't even finished. The OG Alchemist anime flushes out the beginning a bit more. That's it. Gotcha. Okay. R.S. Elman for 2 says, weapon. Meh. Tater wedges are back. Oh, yeah. See? You know what's up. Us Michigan people know what's up. Brotherhood is definitely awesome. Yeah, I love Brotherhood. Lexicon Hellhound for 2 says, here's the tax, degradations, etc. That's wild. The Girthquake says nobody watches anime. I wish that was an accurate statement. Not really. I don't wish that was an accurate statement. I wish that you weren't so wrong. Okay, but that is not true. Anime is like one of the top mediums right now. Brotherhood was the right move. Okay, hell yeah. I'm never watching 1,000 episodes of anything. I mean, that's fair. Thank you, RSCL, man. I appreciate you, bro. Should watch the first one so you can appreciate Brotherhood. Double Hawk says, a terrible day for rain. Bro, don't do that to me. That's wild. Ooh, buddy, that one got me teared. I was already choked up. That got me even more choked up, bro.
We would be honored if you would join us.
It's a terrible day for rain. It's not raining, sir. It's like, of course it is. I'm like, oh no. Brotherhood butchered that storyline. You need to stop and go watch the original. That's why like a handful of people keep screaming at me. No, don't watch that. That's not the right one. Don't watch this. Don't watch this one. Listen, bro, I don't know what to tell you. I gotta watch one of the things. Barry McCockiner says, Mike, why are you homosexual? It's one of life's mysteries, you know? It's one of life's big mysteries. That episode was rough. Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace, Nina. Yeah. One of the reasons people start with the original is because the first arc is basically run through in 2 episodes of Brotherhood. Gotcha. So should I watch like the first, like, I don't know, 10 episodes of the original, then watch Brotherhood? I don't know. Everything can be a dildo if you're brave enough. That's wild, Angie. It's really fucking funny though. I can't wait for Meek to read Berserk. I'm going to. It's on the list. It really is. What the hell was this? I have no fucking clue. I have no idea what that was. I don't know where that came from. I have no idea what that's attached to or anything. I don't know what that was. No fucking clue. There wasn't a pop-up screen or anything. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I have no clue. We're so fucking behind. Hold on, I'm gonna scroll down and start catching up. This object says, have you seen I was reincarnated as the 7th prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability? You might like it. It has levity but also serious moments with consequences. I might check it out. That is a very that's a mouthful. I'll check it out though. I'll put it on the list to check out. Burrow Island bus came to pick you up. Well, I hid it. I hid so they didn't find me. I bet they came from my sub on Twitch. That's probably what it was, Lost Brace fan. It was probably a Twitch sub. And I thought I changed all the sound alerts. I thought I fixed it over there, but apparently I didn't. Chick74 for 199 says that's Wade's Mike's gay sex track. That was Mike's gay sex track. Sex track.
Emotional damage.
TV shows should have more than 8 episodes. I agree with you. I think Bro Island realistically is just a sectioned off part of in the back of a dingy old decrepit Greyhound bus. Yuck, bro. That's wild. What's up, Nick Napoli? Welcome in. Cleopatra was black on Netflix as well. Yeah. Ugh. Yes, the creator is directly involved with this. It's like his second baby. I mean, if the creator's involved and he's happy, can't really get mad at him, but I don't know. Spider must be a reference to Spider Murphy from Cyberpunk. Well, this game, I mean, Blood Dragon came out first. Oh, unless you're talking about Cyberpunk, the tabletop RPG. So you should use uBlock Origin. I probably should. Paper Lager for 5 says, if you love your son, do not introduce him to Ark Survival. That shit is burning as we speak from mismanagement. Really? Is it in that bad a shape? Yikes, man. Inexcusable, Meek. What ad blocker do y'all use? I don't use an ad blocker. I had one for a while and I decided using it because YouTube was like, if you keep using this ad blocker, you won't be able to use YouTube anymore. So uBlock plus a good VPN of your choice solves that problem real quick. Okay. Well, I do have a good VPN that I can use, but I haven't used uBlock, so I'll have to check out uBlock and figure it out. All right, let me get this figured out. I'm not going to try to do it right now at this moment, but I'll see what I can figure out for uBlock. This looks like Perfect Dark was to GoldenEye. Same good game, but techno lights and all the sci-fi. Yeah, it's so, like, the aesthetics of the game are so wild. It's so out there. Blood Dragon is the GOAT. What's up, Mo? How you doing, buddy? Terminator and Running Man vibes. It's like all of the 80s shit, like, thrown in with a ton of neon. I don't know, maybe I'll just stream Blood Dragon at some point. It's pretty great. What's up, Makara? How you doing? Good to see you. It's like Tron mixed with Fallout. Yeah. My personal mind soundtrack is retro synthwave. Well, there's a lot of that in this game. It's good. Maybe I'll just have to play it at some point. I probably will just play Blood Dragon. Just remind me to actually play through it. It's good. Double Hawk for 5 says, Mike, have you seen the trailer for Traumatica? If not, you should watch it. Looks like a fun time for all. Traumatica. That sounds scary. Traumatica. Let me see. What's this? Just the fucking thumbnails alone look too scary. I'm not watching this. I'm sorry, Double Hawk. I appreciate the $5. $5 is not enough for me to watch this or subject the audience to watching this. That looks fucking terrifying. Good Lord. I'm probably gonna have nightmares from that. Nope, I'm not watching that. Sorry, Double Hawk. I don't think so. Oh, buddy. It's a lot more than $5 to watch that shit. Wow, that looks scary as fuck. No, thank you. No thanks. Josiah can watch that by himself. Whew. The Breaking Survival evolved to try to move the player base to the reboot graphics update. Oh, well, that sucks. Does Mike accept Steam keys as gifts? Escapo, you can send me Steam keys if you want to. Yeah, I mean, I'm over on Steam. If you want to friend me over on Steam and send me stuff, you can. You're welcome to. It's not a guarantee that I will play it. Angmar WK has been very, very, very generous. Gifted me a lot of games, some of which, if I get the time, I may play on streams. It does not guarantee it, but I always appreciate the games, and I definitely will check them out as I have time to. So, all right, let me catch up. I'm super fucking behind. I prefer subs over dubs. I prefer dubs over subs. I know that's blasphemy, but I do. I think they make is live action to catch the normies. Yes, I think so too, Can Man. I think that a lot of the live action things are to try to appeal to normies. So, Gold Nugget says, hi Mike, visited family and now got the flu. Pretty okay, going okay. Oh, looking forward to your Resident Evil DLC playthrough. Yeah, thank you. I'm likely going to do that on Friday. I think that Friday will be the day that I do the DLC playthrough and put a button in Resident Evil Village. Like I said, I was really sick on Monday, so I feel it. I agree, anime isn't legitimate. It's creepy and weird. I just, no, that's not what I'm saying. I think anime is very legitimate. All the lame live actions do not improve the image of anime. That's true. And all the bad anime don't improve the image of anime. But when anime is good, I think it's on another level. So. Speaking of race swaps, I watched You Only Live Twice this weekend. Sean Connery is a fake Japanese man. Is wild. I respect it though. I hope Netflix stays away from Dororo. I mean, if it's popular, they're gonna go for it at some point. So, live action remake is for normie slop. I agree that you could do a lot with anime that you can't do in live action without being really expensive. Yeah, I don't understand how they managed to make One Piece live action even passable when Luffy is basically a Looney Tune. Yeah, I don't know how they pulled it all. You know what it is? It's the guy that they cast. He's really good. I will say what I've seen of Luffy and what I've seen of this guy, I think that he's a very good casting choice. Mike is gonna have to accept chat speeding past him with the audience growing or start reading at 1.5 like a PC somehow. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Anna for 5 says, if you want to talk about live action versus anime, look up Saga of Aeon Flux and how it impacted its creator, Peter Chung. The Saga of Aeon Flux. Is that a YouTube thing? Here, I'll check it out. Because yeah, I remember watching the live action of that and was like, I did not like this. Because I watched a little bit of Aeon Flux when I was younger. I shouldn't have watched it, but I'll have to check this out. If this is the same video that I think it is, we'll have to check it out. But yeah, I watched the live action. I was like, this does not seem right. This does not seem like it adapted things correctly at all. And so yeah, I'll have to check that out. Thank you. I appreciate the suggestion. Thank you for the 5. Frank says, night, Meek and chat. Got to sleep for work in the morning. Hey, no worries, Frank. Appreciate you, bro. Have a great night. As always, stay strong. And I appreciate you, man. I had me fucking cracking up on Tuesday night's main event tonight. So I'm lurking without paying attention, Tax. What you gonna do about it? I'm not gonna do anything about it. You're fine. What could I possibly do about it? The Gurkwick says, wait about 20 minutes and when you hear a knock on the door, do not open it. No, you should answer your door if you hear a knock on the door. It's important. You should answer the door. So, is it raining, Frank? Oh, dude, I just realized what you were saying. That's wild. Brother's way. Any race swap is an insult. It disrespects the source material and tries to treat you like you're stupid by convincing you they couldn't find an actor of the same race, which is an obvious lie. I mean, that's fair. Watch the original. Brotherhood is garbage, says Tree Bear. Garbage. I've never heard anybody say that Brotherhood is garbage. Interesting. Honestly, love Vic's performance in dub for Full Metal Alchemist. That's fair. Yeah, he's doing a good job. He's doing a very good job. I found they did the Nina bit better in the original. Okay. Maybe I'll just watch both at some point. But for now, I want to watch. The sound was Twitch. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to fucking go into Twitch and like delete all those sound alerts now. That's wild. Oh, what's up, D-Mad? How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Remember, if you have Prime, you get a free sub on Twitch. Go scare Mike. Don't go and scare me, please. uBlock stopped working for me. Okay. See, that's what I don't even know what to use. War Wizard for 109 says, watch the original, then Brotherhood. I'm already halfway through Brotherhood. I'm going to watch Brotherhood, and then I'm going to watch the original. That's likely what I'm going to do. Just to see what I missed out on. So, sleep, slip, slop, slap says, gaze, I've arrivin', you hoes. What's up, sleep, slip, slop, slap? How you doing, buddy? YouTube says a lot of things, just don't listen. I mean, that's fair. Use Brave browsers, built-in ad blocker for YouTube. Use it on phone and computer. All right, I'll have to check out Brave maybe. I'm using Opera GX right now. And the only reason I'm still using Opera GX, I know it's Chinese spyware, but I don't give a fuck. Is because I have all my I have like a ton of bookmarks and stuff that I don't want to lose, and I'm too lazy to like switch them over. If I would just like take the time to actually switch them over, I'd probably be happier, to be honest. Ryan is right, says hot take, they should have kept Henry Cavill as Superman. I'm not against that. I don't think that's a hot take. I think Henry Cavill was a great Superman. I think he did an excellent job, and I do think he deserves a lot more credit than he's gotten so far. Also, there's two versions of Dororo, 69 and 2019 version, which is beautifully redone. Okay. Oh, you sent me the video. Yep, that is the video that yes, Anna, I actually that's the video that I just saved. So I will check that out for sure, because yeah, I would love to hear about how that affected the creator. I think live action adaptations, and when the creator isn't on board with it, is awful. So am I committing a beardo? You need to watch the original before Brotherhood. But I'm not committing a beardo because because the original isn't a remake. The original is an adaptation that I know went away from the source material because they caught up, and that there's filler in it, and that Brotherhood is not a sequel, it's a remake or a readaptation of the manga. So I watched both of them. But I'm already halfway through Brotherhood. So like if I went back, I'd be missing out on watching Brotherhood. I'd have to start halfway through Brotherhood again. I'm going to tell Metal Slave you're slacking. No, I'm not slacking. You should move to Texas. I probably should. But I do really like Michigan a lot too. So I like living in Michigan a lot. Nick Skyberg. I wish that this wouldn't change everybody's fucking name. It's pissing me off. For 20 says, how about 20 to watch? Bro. I don't listen. I'm really fucking scared to watch that trailer. I'm very scared. Mika's lazier, can't read as well as Beardo. Bro, I cannot keep up on chat. Chat is blowing up right now. Oh, you're talking about for dubs and subs? I just prefer hearing it in my native tongue because I'm lazy. I just prefer hearing it in my native tongue. That's what matters to me, is I want to hear it in my native tongue. What's the name of this fucking thing again? Dramatica. I'm just going to show you the two thumbnails that were suggested to me when I looked up Dramatica. I'm going to show what they look like, and then you'll understand why I'm not excited to watch them. Okay? All right. I'm just going to show you what they look like. When I looked up Dramatica, this is what I got. Nope. 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 Nope.
I'm too weak. Oh, don't kill me, please.
You shut up! I'm so fucking scared right now, you shut up!
Dura Dura? Is that how you say it? Dura Dura? Is that how you pronounce it? If I remember correctly, Only Live Twice as Bond go undercover as a Japanese man, and all it was a terrible wig. I respect it. Zoro and Sanji are amazing castings as well. Yeah, they are good. I really do like them. I really appreciate the Luffy casting. He kind of carries the whole show. I just don't know, man. I just don't think I can watch that trailer, bro. Why don't you answer the door when we hear it on stream, Mike? I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely watch both. I will watch both. Okay, I will watch both. Brotherhood gets wild at the end, does it? The only anime I prefer dubbed is DBZ because Japanese Goku is voiced by a woman. Otherwise, I much prefer Japanese with English subs. I know a lot of people that do prefer subs to dubs. I like dubs. I like hearing things in English. So, U-Block Origin Light is the new one. Okay, I'll check that out. Gold Nugget says being sick sucks. I'm trying to sleep but keep hearing the ghostly wailing sounds. And oh wait, it's coming from your stream. Like, what is that behind you? Don't fucking do that to me. My lights are on and they're staying on. So, The Dark Knight Rises has amazing action scenes. It does. Dark Knight Rises has a lot of good going for it. It just has a lot of bad when it comes to stories. So, Vol Gaming for 199 says, do I need a second monitor to stream games on YouTube? You don't need a second monitor, but I would suggest a second monitor. I think it's important. A lot of people use 3 monitors. They use one for chat, one for other streaming stuff, and then one for gaming. I use 2. I have my OBS overlaid over the browser with my chat next to it. So all of my stuff is on one screen here. And then all my gaming stuff is on my other monitor. I think it is important. It would make things much easier because when I first started streaming, I had one monitor and I had to switch constantly back and forth between the game and the chat to see what was going on. Or I'd have to pull the chat up in the corner of the game to watch it, or I'd watch it on my phone. Not convenient. It's better just to get a second monitor and use that in tandem so that way you can see what your chat is doing and you can see what's going on with OBS and all of that stuff while playing the game on the other monitor. So I would suggest it, but it is not required. You could do it without it. You can make it work without it. So, last anime you'll watch for me was Kaiju number 8. Yeah, mine's Brotherhood because I'm watching it through right now. I have not watched Kaiju number 8 yet. It is on my list, and it may be the next one that I check out though. So, Apollo Monopoly, have a good night, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You're committing a beardo. Stop making excuses. I'm not committing a beardo. It's different than watching the sequel first and then going back, or playing the second game in the series first and then going backwards, or suggesting that people do that. The original Full Metal Alchemist sets up their backstory better. Brother hurries through the first part of the manga. Gotcha. Watch it. Listen, I do not want to watch it. Did I skip your chat? Scree Wedu? I did not see what the chat was about how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Please resend it. I will read it. Okay? Because I don't know how to pronounce it. Turn the lights off before you watch it? Absolutely not. I'm not turning off lights. Yeah, see, Royal Straw Hat guy said, fuck that. Miss Rough Knight said, nope. Screw Wadu said, nope. Agreed. Rough Knight, nope. Turd Ferguson said, oh, goody. Naruto said no and no. Real Grego said, oh, Lord, interesting. Paper Lager said, I almost want to skip the trailer before the movie. Ick, fire, kill it with fire. Yep, looks good. We need to play this, watch it. Neither of those images are in the trailer. Well, I don't know that. Fuck. Nick Skyberg. For 50.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Says, okay. How about 50 to watch it?
Emotional damage.
Oh, God. Oh, God. That makes 75 all told. It really does. All right, give me a second. I'll fucking pull it up and watch it. I'll pull it up and watch it for you guys. Rough Knight says in the You Only Live Twice, they also give him terrible slant eye makeup. In the story, they say he got plastic surgery to go undercover and then got amnesia. It's next level wild shit. Does he talk with like an accent in it too? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. All right, let me pull this up. You Only Live Twice. Holy shit, bro. I just saw like a little clip of it for a second. Let me see. Does he use the accent? I'm trying to see if I can find other clips. It's all I've got right now is one of like him at a wedding. All right, I'm gonna just look it up on Google. Look up the image of it. Oh, yeah. Holy sh. He looks like a fucking Vulcan, bro. Oh, no. Holy shit. He looks like him. That's so bad, bro. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Bro, that's crazy, dude. Oh my gosh.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
That's crazy shit, bro. I cannot fucking believe that. I gotta. Holy shit. Anna says, I dislike captions. They ruin dramatic delivery. I get the folks might prefer them for audio reasons, but I just don't like lines being readable before they're delivered. That's true too, yeah. It's hearing a name or seeing a thing revealed before you get to it is also kind of a bummer. All right, I'm gonna check out this trailer, I guess, here in a second. I just need time. Mike just needs 3 85 4K TV, 85-inch 4K TVs, so you can have 12 times 1080p windows for everything. Yeah, right. No, when I get see, like right now I'm on a laptop, and then I have a second monitor hooked to the laptop. Eventually, what I'll probably do when I get like an actual like desktop PC is then I'll have to get like a second monitor. But I would always want to have 2 monitors for sure. So, Methalus for 5 says, I just got done watching Tuesday night's main event. Why do you not like weapons? Okay, so I'll talk about weapons real quick, and then we'll get into this trailer, because I really am not excited for this fucking trailer, bro. How about let's never see that image again? Turn off the lights? No. Here's the thing. Lights off for Fright Mike only happens when we hit the $100 goal. I did not play. Fuck, I didn't see that. God damn it. Nick Skyberg for $100.
That's a huge bitch.
Says, and turn off your lights while you're at it. Oh, fuck. All right. Let me catch up on the super chat. I'll turn off my lights. Anna for 5 says, that picture, he looks less Vulcan to me and more like he should be singing with King Louis about the power of man's red flower. Oh shit, that's so good. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm dying. I'm fucking dying, dude. That's so good. All right, let me turn off the lights real quick. I'll be right back. Why do I let you guys do this stuff to me? Huh? Why do I let you guys do this stuff to me? Who came up with that lights off stuff? That lights off goal? Huh? What fucking guy did that one? Who decided that? Oh, that was me? Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Y'all should start a fund for Mike to buy a clapper for his lights. It's not a bad idea. Just be like, when it all goes off. Image search Sean Connery, Zardoz. All right. Or Zardoz. Holy shit, that's fucking cool. That's wild. This is, he quit because of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and not because of this. Because you make money. That's why. That's fair. That's fair. He quit acting because of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but not because of this. Bro, that's crazy. Bro, that's crazy.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
What a terrible day to have eyes. What a terrible day for rain. It's not rain. All right. Listen, you guys asked me to do it. You guys paid money to do it. Oh, God dang it. All right, let's watch this trailer for Traumatica. Oh, God. Oh, this is not even Fright Mike. This is not even scary. It's not even supposed to be a scary stream. What the fuck did I come back to, Mike? I don't know. All right, we got to watch a scary trailer. Kendon B says, all right, I'm out. I came at the wrong time. Kendon, stay. We're done. And I got to watch this stream. All right, guys, it's 2 minutes, 18 seconds. If you don't want to watch the trailer, come back in 3 minutes. Come back in 3 minutes. All right, this is the trailer for Traumatica. Fuck. Oh. Oh. Thanks for ruining Sean Connery for Women Everywhere. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Just remember that used to be a very picture of masculinity, what women wanted. It's true. This is the meek down. All right, we got to watch the trailer. Oh, God. Real Grey goes for 5. Says, this is the Guardian of Bro Island who you have to wrestle with to test your metal to see if you're worthy. I will abstain from the wrestling. I only paid for you to watch it. You don't have to put it on stream. Oh, no. You guys have to watch it with me. If I'm going to be miserable, you guys got to do it with me. Here we go. All right, like I said, come back in 3 minutes if you don't want to watch this trailer. Here we go. God damn it.
Child is believed to have been abducted from his home over 9 months ago. This is the 4th child abduction in the past 12 months in the Los Angeles County area.
There's a demon. Preys on children.
I fucking hate this. I fucking hate this already. Fucking hell, bro. Ooh, fuck. Oh, God. God damn it, bro.
Don't make a sound. If I can hear you or see you,
God damn it, bro.
then the monster will come and get you.
Is it a theater catch? I don't know.
You look nervous.
What have I done?
I'm so sorry I brought it here.
Run, bitch! Run!
No. Nigga, no, bro. This motherfucking, these fucking people, bro. Oh, God damn it.
The child's in the house. The child.
I'm not watching that. I think I'm in, says Paper Laggers. I'm not watching that shit. I ain't watching that movie. It wasn't that bad. I'm not watching. I'm not scared to shit my pants in the theater. Oh, it's savvy. Kid abuse is not entertainment. I mean, that's fair. Dude, I am not a fan. I do not want to watch this. My friend thought I was possessed during the movie. Everyone else was screaming. I was laughing. Oh, Makara, you don't get scared by stuff like that? Okay. Heartwarming. Savvy's in a movie. There we go. September 12th. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. Oh, man. I don't want to watch this. I'm more interested in Good Boy. Same Mom Need Love too. Spare the Chair. How much for you to watch it? Legitimately? Fuck, dude. I don't know. Okay, if I'm gonna watch it, I will say this. If somebody paid for me to watch this movie, I will watch it. I will do a review for it on the channel so you guys can actually hear my responses on it. I don't know. Like, I don't know, dude. It would have to be something like, I don't fucking know. What's the cost of my sanity? I don't know. Gig Giggity says, I've come out of lurk mode to say I hate you, Mike, and I've unsubbed. I hope you haven't, Gig Giggity. You're one of my few supporters, man. Don't watch it. No, I get scared just after the movie. Oh, gotcha. Throw a big number. Okay, I'll tell you what. I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm very scared of that. A warning? I did say it's a warning. Yes, to watch it alone. When was that a stipulation? When did that become a stipulation? I'd come out of the woods and watch it with you. Watching it alone. Why was that the stipulation? How much to eat? Watch it while eating a cake. Okay. Oh God. I would go see it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to throw out ridiculous numbers because, honestly, this movie is going to scare the shit out of me. I will go see it by myself, alone, with nobody with me, by myself. I would do it for $1,000. Okay? It doesn't have to be for one person, but a cumulative 1,000, I would do it for that, for by myself. With people, with my friends around me to support me during all of this nonsense, 500. That way I can pay for their tickets as well. And I'm okay with it. You know what? No, I'm okay with that. That's fine. Completely alone by myself, $1,000. If I have to stream my face on it, I would talk to somebody about in the theater about if I could go in and just stream my reaction. If they would let me do it, I will stream my whole reaction. $1,000 for a skip? Absolutely, Agent Orange. Have you met me? Have you watched the last 6 months of my life where I've been playing nothing but scary games and you thought that I was faking the reactions? None of it's fake. I didn't get better. I never got, it doesn't get easier for me. It's just all scary. Okay? If I gotta go alone, it's 1,000. I'm not doing that shit by myself. That way I can get food for everybody. I can get I can get food for myself. I can get drinks. I can, maybe I'll bring a plushie with me or something. Meek, I'm coming to the west side. We're watching this movie. I'll sweeten the pot if you hit the 500 goal. I'll edit parts of our weekly RPG to constantly remind him of the parts he screamed at during the movie. That's not nice. That's not nice. Hi, Rough Night. Yes, I see it. I'd do it for $100, chat. Well, there you go, Hunter. You can stream it by yourself. You're scared of that silly looking movie? I'm very fucking scared of that movie. You're gonna make them pay more to play by the rules, eh? Mika's done. Bro, I don't fucking... that shit scares me, bro. I'm sorry. I'm way too fucking scared of that. Dude, I'm way too fucking scared of that. Really? Okay. Rough Night says YouTube shadow banned him for writing a quote from Zardoz, "The gun is good." Really? That's fucking weird. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Rough Night. It had nothing to do with me because I never even saw it. I didn't even see it in the regular chat, and I can normally see everything in my restream chat. Dante Rage for 5 says 985. That's crazy. I'll tell you what, Mike, you're in luck. I haven't hit the lotto yet. That's okay. I will say this. How are you stalling on a cooldown stream? I'm not stalling anything. I'm not stalling anything. Real Grego says, okay, first we need to hit the 5K goal for Mike to get a top tier meta PC. Another grand to stream reaction watching Dramatica. No, I'm not gonna do the stream for the meta PC. If I'm gonna do a stream for that, I'll just like start a GoFundMe or something. Thank you, Dante Rage, for the 5. Hot dude looking for epic Miki. Oh god, you fucking found me. For 5 says, finally found where I can have you all to myself. I'm feeling romantical, Miki. Those kind of movies gotta fuck with them kid actors a bit. I'm sure they do, dude. How do I stream? Almost seems like too big of a question to get answered. I don't turn on the camera. I get shadow banned for comments frequently. Really? I thought Dramatica looked lame, honestly. I just want to see Meek's reaction. Bro, this shit looks scary as fuck to me. You guys act like I'm not consistently traumatized playing regular games. Like, you guys would be like, this game isn't scary. I'm like, it is terrifying for me. So, I'm volunteering to go see the movie with you free of charge. Sweeten the pot. I'm not a fan of this kind of movie. I mean, that's fair. If people come with me for 5, but if you want me to go see it by myself, I'll do it for 1,000. Okay? I'm not saying we got to hit it, but, you know, I'm just saying. Okay. I'm going to move on to another topic, and I'm going to turn my light on now that I'm not watching something scary, because I got something that is going to collectively piss off a lot of people, but in a good way, because we're coming to the defense of somebody that deserves it. What movie is Mike afraid to see? It's called Traumatica. I am not excited because I know that shit's gonna have me as a candy ass. 100%. I'm not even ashamed to admit it, that I'm a candy ass. It doesn't hurt my feelings to be called a coward about not wanting to see that movie. It's scary as shit to me. Completely alone. I will make sure, Turd, that I'm completely by myself when I go see it. Glennathan for 10 says that movie looked campy and silly. Good luck, Meek. I'm glad it looks silly to you. Anyone have Meek's Meta PC code? My Meta PC code is Epic Mike. You can go to Meta PC and get a nice beefy discount for that. So I have some more subscribers. I have no idea why. I don't know how to upload videos, but my followers are true, I guess. You got this. Hey, well, there you go. I don't like those movies either, bro. I do not like that shit. Mike, I cannot believe you're just not going to talk about how BVS has a banger soundtrack. I love the soundtrack to BVS. I think it's great. I think the soundtrack to BVS is excellent. I love BVS as a movie anyway, so. Are you candy ass? Are you saying you have a sweet ass? That's wild. Metacode, PC code Beardo. Do not use Beardo's code. Use Epic Mike's code if you buy anything from Meta PC. All right, we're going to talk about this real quick. Changing the subject because I don't want you guys to actually send me to go see this movie. Here's 5 for the new upcoming pregnancy tax and Traumatica fund. Thank you, X in Wonderland. All right, so Alan Tudyk, who for some people that remember was in the movie iRobot, was talking on a podcast the other day and mentioned something I thought was really fascinating about his experience in iRobot. So we're gonna listen to this real quick.
You mentioned iRobot. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people didn't know I did Sonny the Robot on iRobot, and there's a reason
I
for
didn't,
that.
actually.
Yeah, because They were doing test audiences with the movie, and they score the characters in this kind of test audience. And I got word back, Alan, you're testing higher than
Will Smith.
Nice.
It's about to slap you.
And then I was gone. I was done. There was no publicity, and my name was not mentioned. They wanted to.
That's what you get.
Yeah. And I was so shocked. I was like, but wait, how do they? Nobody's gonna know that I. And they're like, And
that's sad. That was such a good performance too.
It was, yeah. I put a lot into it because he had to move like a robot, so I had to move. It was very, it was whatever it was. At the time, I was very upset.
Just another situation where we're reminded of how fucked Hollywood is. Like, it's wild to me. Like, I get that, obviously, yes, star power matters, names matter, things like that matter. But for a producer, for a bunch of pencil pushers to go, hey, the test audience has scored you higher than Will Smith. They really like you in the movie. They really like your character. And that's a problem for us because it's going to eclipse Will Smith or become an issue for Will Smith, just to remove his name from everything that has to do with like the marketing for iRobot. I was just like absolutely shocked by it. And it's not like I'm not that surprised, but it's just one of those things that like highlights how fucked the system has been in Hollywood for a long time anyways. For them to be like, yeah, we're just going to scrub you from everything having to do with iRobot because we realize that, your character's more popular. People like you more than Will Smith in a movie. I'm like, isn't that kind of the fucking point? It's just wild, dude. I couldn't believe it. And then like, it's funny because when you watch the movie, the robot is hardly in any of the marketing for it at all anyways. How many other times does that happen? I mean, it's probably happened a lot if somebody's more popular than somebody else. I tend to believe him. He doesn't typically say stuff like that. Well, and that's the thing. Alan Tudyk is a very humble dude. He's a very nice guy. I've heard he has a good reputation in Hollywood. And I would be surprised if something like that, a lot of these guys don't talk about this stuff. It's not something that's really common. You're not supposed to really talk about this stuff. It's been like a kind of a common theme in Hollywood. You don't talk about the bad stuff. You don't talk about actors. You don't throw producers under the bus, things like that. Those are all really common things that happen. There's a lot of you don't talk about this because you could get blacklisted. You get in a lot of trouble. But it's like, I think that shroud has fallen away a little bit. I think that fear has diminished significantly for a lot of actors. I think a lot of actors have been put out of work or missed out on jobs or been stepped on or stepped over enough that at this point they're just not worried about talking about it. And we talked about this in the last Afrocast with Beau DeMayo and his just explosion all over Marvel and talking about what's going on behind the scenes and how they do things and how they've resisted good stories and all this stuff. And it's like, so now we're looking at this going, okay, an actor who a lot of people love has a very, very dedicated nerd fan base that really enjoy this actor and his work, is part of a show that is widely beloved, has a massive cult following. All of those things are positives for your film. And then for you to be like, yeah, but you tested higher than Will Smith did, and so we're pulling you from everything. And now nobody will know that you worked on this film. And there are a lot of people that didn't know that he did the motion capture and did the work, the voice work and stuff for the robot. Love the movie, don't give a shit. I mean, that's fair. I love Alan Tudyk. I think he's a great actor. I think he is up there with people like oh my gosh, I cannot remember his name now because I'm seeing a different voice actor right now. Andy Serkis. I think he's up there with Andy Serkis as far as underrated actors who don't get the light that they deserve. I know people trying to say, well, he's a nobody, not you guys, but other people trying to say he's a nobody. I'm like, no, he's not a nobody. He's not as big of a name as Will Smith is, no, but for you to pull it because his name, he tested higher than Will Smith, it seems so shitty. Hollywood wanted me, they'd be like, yo, Hunter, you're so cool, funny, and strong, be with us. And I'd be like, not even. They were afraid Will would slap him. That's so messed up. Yeah. Movie's so different from the book. They could have given it a different name and it wouldn't make a difference in the movie. That's what I've heard, that it's nothing like the book at all. So, Rough Night says, the good guys dressed in black. Remember that. Just in case we ever meet face to face and make contact. That's really funny. The title held by me, MIB, means what you think you saw, you did not see. I like that. That's pretty good. That's why Pedro Pascal keeps getting gigs. Oh, everybody knows his name. Yeah. Yep. Right now they're pushing their guy that they think is the next star, even though people are sick of seeing him. Yeah. Unwritten Rules. I know iRobot is a Shia movie anyways. Seriously though, F Will Smith. Yeah, dude. A lot of people feel like that. What's up, Alec Ebling? Good to see you. Ladybug says, gotta go to bed. I have to get up early for work. Nice chatting with y'all. Night, Meek. Hey, thank you, Ladybug. I appreciate you. Will Smith couldn't suck any less if he tried his bizarre ass, right? Dude. Yeah, dude, it's fucked up. You know, I like him. Yeah, he's great. He's great in a lot of things that he does. Alan Tudyk is very, very, very talented. And I think he's way more talented right now than Will Smith is. He's allowed to say this because Will Smith is a Hollywood punching man. I mean, that's fair. That is fair too. Yeah, his star has faded enough that now, you know, talking bad about him probably isn't career suicide like it used to be. But still, it's just fucked up, man. I didn't know he did the mocap, and I love Alan's work. Yeah, he did everything for Sonny. He did a great job. Alan just had his sci-fi show canceled too. He's a criminally underrated actor, tremendous voice acting. Yeah, and the fact is, like, what is it? Resident Alien? I think it got 4 seasons. Was it 4 or 3 seasons? Hold on. Because yeah, it got canceled. Yeah, they got 4 seasons. 4 seasons of a show that is, to me, a very interesting concept or whatever. Which I guess is based on a comic book. I didn't know that. But like 4 seasons, and what is it on USA? Like, yeah, the fact that it got that far through is pretty impressive. And so, like, good on him, man. I'm happy for him, you know. Oh, it was on Sci-Fi. Okay. Sci-Fi and USA. It's actually pulling pretty good numbers for being on Sci-Fi. It's pulling over 1 million for a while. So season, okay. I'm like looking at the numbers here. And I mean, yeah, I mean, the numbers were definitely declining. I can see that. About half of their viewer base at season 3. Now I'm looking at season 4. Yeah, they had way less of the numbers on these, but I don't know if these numbers are accurate. But yeah, man, that's a bummer, you know. But I like Alan Tudyk. He's a very talented actor. I think he deserves a lot more credit than he's gotten. And the fact that, yeah, he got scrubbed from iRobot and he's able to talk about it is crazy. So, Firefly was, I love Firefly. Jazzy Jeff was the real talent. Not wrong. I don't know if I go far and say he's on Andy Serkis' level, but I don't think he's bad. I just haven't seen much of his movies. I'm just saying that he's one of those actors like Andy Serkis that is the real talent. Not wrong. Go far and say he's on he's bad. I just saying that Andy Serkis, he's in a lot of things and people forget that he's in a and the thing is, like, yeah, he is he's a character actor. Like, you know, he's got a specific role. He's never gonna be like your leading man, you know, but like he's good in everything that he gets put in. He works hard, and it's one of those things, like, I think he deserves a lot more love than that. Let me see where, like, when you look through the stuff that he was in that people didn't know. I mean, he was in Knight's Tale. He was great in that. He did a bunch of voices in Ice Age. He was the Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball. He was in iRobot, which surprisingly, iRobot was his 8th movie ever. He was in Patch Adams. He was in Serenity, Ice Age: The Meltdown, 310 to Yuma. He was in Astro Boy. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is a great movie if you haven't seen it already. He was in Transformers: Dark of the Moon, Alvin and the Chipmunks, like Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. He was in 42. He played a racist guy in 42. I remember that. He did a character in Frozen. He does a lot of voice work and stuff. Dude, the guy's just been in a lot of stuff, man. And it's just a bummer that he doesn't get the love that he deserves. On television, he's been in just as many things too. He's been in Frasier, Firefly, Arrested Development, CSI. He was in the show V. He did voice work for Batman the Brave and the Bold, Young Justice, Robot Chicken, American Dad, Family Guy. Like, he's been in so many fucking things, man. So, yeah, it's a bummer that he wasn't, that he hasn't gotten more love than he has. But I'm glad that he stays busy. It's funny because arguably he's probably busier than Will Smith is right now, and hasn't completely destroyed his career in the interim of doing that. So I'm so tired of Pueblo Pastel. Yeah, me too. I feel finally complete. I always felt kind of off with the movie, and now I know why. Well, there you go. Never watched iRobot. I stopped caring about anything Will Smith did ages ago. I mean, that's fair. I think iRobot's fine. I think there's some cool stuff in it. It, like people say, it's not as good as the story. That's what I've been told many times too, is that it's not as good as the actual story, but that it's a good movie in its own right. And I do like it. I do like the movie for what it is. Quentin Wardzel, says Final Fantasy VI sucked. Doesn't come close to 7, 8, 10, or 4.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Ooh, nobody gives a shit.
Shut the fuck up. Know your fucking place, trash. It stinks.
Final Fantasy VI is fucking phenomenal. So go fuck yourself. Funny thing is, pretty sure Andy Serkis is the voice actor for Renoir. He is. Good catch. He's a leaf on the wind. Listen, it's too soon. I listen to enough dub animes to know who's voicing the characters. Yeah, I've gotten an ear for some people. Lady Epic is way better at it than I am with voice actors for anime stuff. She like pinpoints it right away. She's like, I think it's this person. So Alan Tudyk is wildly successful. He's not specifically a household name because of shenanigans like that. Resident Alien has been keeping him pretty busy lately. Sci-Fi dropped it. USA picked it up, which is funny because USA and I think own Sci-Fi. So that means that Sci-Fi dropped it so that USA could take it and use theirs instead, which is funny. One of this is Scientology at work in Hollywood. It might be. He was definitely getting courted by that church for a long time. I don't know that Will ever actually explicitly join the Church of Scientology, but I do know that for a hot minute there, he was, I know for a hot minute there, they were courting him pretty aggressively. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually joined it, but that's the thing. I don't know that he actually, I don't know that he did join it. Because I don't think his life would be in the situation that it is. I think that they would have tried to keep Jada in line. I think they would have told her that she needed to toe the line on things. And if she wasn't going to toe the line, they would have done what they did with like Katie and Tom. They would have tanked their marriage, because there's a lot of stuff about that story now that has come out that they, destroyed their relationship because he wasn't supposed to be with Katie, but he really wanted to be with Katie, and she wasn't in on the church's good list, and she wasn't really buying the Scientology shit, and so she was very resistant to it, and they didn't like that about her. So I don't know. First series is good, but it turned feminist and woke. Did it? Couldn't finish season 2 of Resident Alien. That little girl was annoying AF. See, I haven't watched any of Resident Alien yet, so it's been one of those ones I figured I'd get around to eventually. I didn't realize Tudyk was in Wreck-It Ralph. He did amazing Ed Wind impression. Yeah, he did. He was great as King Candy. MIB is still Smith's best film. It's definitely up there. I think he did a great job in Ali. I think Ali is one of his better films. He did a good job in a lot of things, but hey Mike, I missed the trailer. Let's watch it again. Yeah, no. I don't want to watch that again. That would make me very sad. I know Alan Tudyk primarily from Wreck-It Ralph. I know him in other stuff, but that was my first. Oh, it's that guy movie with him in it. That's fair. 4 seasons and Resident Alien is interesting. I think the series is also available on Netflix. Oh, nice. Meek says sci-fi like Trump says Samsung. Sci-fi. In fairness, cable is dying. That's true. It is. I'm casually collecting the Resident Alien comics. Really? Is it good, Kindon? Let me see here. Uncle Phil needs to slap some sense, bro. If Phil Avery was still around, yeah, it would be good to have him. Will Smith likes pretty girls. I like pretty girls. Miki hot dude music. Of course he doesn't know. Oh my god. Up stuttering. Seems stream stuttering for a second. Uh-oh. Oh, right, he was the naked guy in A Knight's Tale. Actually, he was not the naked guy in A Knight's Tale. He is the friend of Heath Ledger in The Knight's Tale. The naked guy is actually the guy that plays Vision. Paul Bettany. Yeah, the naked guy was Paul Bettany. He played Chaucer. 28 Days with Sandra Bullock. Okay, there we go. Tucker and Dale is funny as fuck. Yeah, it's very funny. He's a pirate in Dodgeball. Holy Shinto. Yeah. Most of these I haven't seen. He's done a lot of stuff, man. He's good. He's a very talented voice actor. Frasier's hilarious. You have to have a high IQ to understand it. Frasier's a very funny show. Lady Epic loves that show. She watches a lot. It's a hilarious show. I haven't watched the reboot. She watched a little bit of the reboot. She said she kind of liked it, but it wasn't very good. Rabdat Scubbler says Beardo level take. Oh yeah, yeah, that was a Beardo level take for sure. The only time I liked it, Will Smith movie was Bad Boys 1 and 2. Yeah, I respect that. Bad Boys 1 and 2 are good. What's up, B-Man? How you doing, man? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I think Final Fantasy VI has quite a few objective flaws, but is way better than 8. I think Final Fantasy VI is the best Final Fantasy game they've ever made. I legitimately think it's one of the best games ever made as well. Scree, you're gonna have to send me how to pronounce your fucking name again. Screeawaydo says the book was an anthology of stories, but it could have been done a lot better. There are a lot of complex ideas that couldn't be easily adapted to a dumb movie like what iRobot turned out to be. Gotcha. Hot take, but Final Fantasy 7 is indeed better than 6. Incorrect. 7 is the one that has the most nostalgia attached to it because a lot of people grew up watching and playing that game, and it was groundbreaking for the 3D effects that it presented for everybody. But 6 is a better game. 6 has a better story, a better villain, a more interesting plot, and a much better cast of characters than I think 7 does. That's my opinion, though. And then Haggy for 2 says Final Fantasy 6 is overrated.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Aggie, what am I gonna do with you, bro? What am I gonna do with you? All right. I know definitely during the Church of Asshole-ology. Well, yeah, that's fair. Mike, is it okay if I put Aggie in timeout? No, don't time him out. Have you heard that Final Fantasy VI Wu-Tang remix? It disappeared, but I'm happy I have the whole thing. I've never heard that. While you're more behind than I thought, I'm always behind. Bro, we've upset a lot of people right now. Yeah, Haggy upset a lot of people. It's not hate speech if you like what you say. Yeah, he's kidding. Ms. Rough Night, he's joking. Travis Willingham, Vic Mignogna, Eric Vale, Sharon Lay, Amanda, Bryce Pappenbrook, to name a few I instantly recognize, and Alan Tudyk. Yeah, they're good. They're very good. Alan Tudyk was not allowed on publicity tour for iRobot because he got a higher rating from viewers than Will Smith. That's what we were just talking about, so. I'm pretty sure he would watch it again for 50, just saying, Chad, don't do that to me. He will always be washed to me. Yeah. Play it again would have to be more than 50, I'd say. Yeah. Methil is for 5. Bro, why did you not like Weapons? Traumatica sidetracked. Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. I did like Weapons. It's 2 separate films. Okay? I'm not going to get into major spoilers in Weapons, so don't worry, guys. I'm not going to spoil the movie majorly for you. But the first half of the movie spends a lot of time building up the horror aspect of the film. There's a lot of slow pans. It's very, I'm gonna be mean. It's gonna sound way meaner than I mean it to sound. But the first half of the movie is very manipulative. It does a lot to build up the tension and the idea that something scary is going to happen. And there's a lot of like, there are a couple jump scares here and there, and there's a lot of like silent takes where there's nothing happening and slow panning camera. There's a lot of, you know, around corners and quiet, you know, takes here and there, stuff like that. And that builds up a lot of tension throughout the beginning of the movie. And then the climax of the movie happens, and the movie shifts into a different perspective and lets you start seeing behind the curtain of what's happening. And once you can see behind the curtain, it feels like a totally different movie. And that movie that I watched the second half of, I would have been very interested to watch an entire film of. They reveal who the villain is, and what's going on with the kids and all of this stuff. And you're like, oh, okay, I kind of see what's happening. That's fascinating. It's a really interesting idea. This character and the characters involved in all of this are pretty interesting. And I like how it's all playing out together. But the first half of the movie did not sell what the second half of the movie was actually about. And I know a lot of people thought that was a cool twist and they liked that. I didn't like that because it felt like all the manipulation and all the fake scare outs and all the fear that I was supposed to experience in the first half of Weapons that was going to be paid off in the second half wasn't paid off. It was just a waste of time. It was just manipulation. Whereas the second half of it, I think is an interesting movie and could have been scary in its own right and had its own moments of fear and its own moments of terror or whatever, and in its own moments of its own moments to build a narrative that I would have been really interested in following for an entire film that didn't feel as manipulative and felt more like it embraced the concept of what it was doing. So together, parts 1 and 2, like first half, second half, I don't like the film very much. It gives it a D. As a film split in two, do I like the first half? No, but it's because it's scary and it actually builds a lot of fear and tension. And so for that kind of a movie, I would have given it a higher score because it did a good job of building tension. Second half of the film, I would have given a much higher score because I really like the idea and I like the villain that they portray and I like what's happening with everything going on. But mashed together into a single film, I do not think it executed as well as a lot of people are saying it did. I do not think that it resonated very well for me. I just didn't resonate with this film. What I mean is, like, I just feel like a lot of fake fear and stuff was built up that didn't go anywhere. I didn't even need it because the second half of the film, in my opinion, isn't very scary. I wasn't freaked out by the second half of the film. I was more intrigued by what was happening and how things were going to play out versus actually scared, and it just snapped all the tension for me. And that's why I felt the way that I did. I didn't feel like I wasted my money. I didn't hate it. I didn't dislike the film like on a basis of that it's a badly made film or the dialogue's bad or anything. It did nothing egregiously terrible. I just didn't like how the two halves of the film played out together. I think the payoff was not nearly as good as it could have been. And then Josiah Rides said the same thing. Hated the payoff for Weapons. Yeah, I 100% agree. Josiah Rides is for 20. Says a little something for the GOAT. Well, that's very kind, bro. You did not have to do that, but thank you. What's up, Jace? What up, Epic Mike? Saucing likes you. Let's go. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Anna says Final Fantasy VI is a standout example of video games are art. I will throw hands over this. Yeah, same. Rough Knight says, Mike, I missed the trailer. Can you play it again for me?
Huh?
No. Did you hear about those rabbits with tentacles coming out of their faces in Colorado, Mike? No. Colorado residents are spotting weird-looking rabbits with black horns and mouth tentacles. What? Oh, no. This is some creepy shit, bro. Agent Orange, we're going to check this out in a second here. Golden Matinee Price is totally psychological drama thriller, 2 hours of psychological thoughts. Yeah. Hey, they made a Naruto reference in the movie, so I may check it out. Well, there you go. Not enough blues singing vampires, Mike, probably. That's wild. No, it was just, I didn't like it. Is there any political commentary in the movie? Because the trailer seemed to build up a context of the mob ganging up on the wrong person. No, there's not really any political commentary in the film. I don't think so at all. In fact, I would argue that there's a couple things that happen in this movie that normally would not have ever happened in a film if they were trying to be like politically correct or overly sensitive to certain people groups. So no, I don't think so at all. I did not feel that way. And I think a lot of people would like it, and I can see why a lot of people would like it, but I wasn't into it. So 9:43 minutes to 5. Oh no. Dude, don't look it up, you'll never sleep again. Oh, we're looking it up. All right, people. All right, we're gonna pull this up. Fuck. Hold on to your butts. All right. People in Fort Collins, Colorado are seeing rabbits with black horns and tentacles that wouldn't look out of place in a horror movie. Though frightening, their appearance is caused by a known virus that's harmless to humans. Journalist Amanda Gilbert documented the town sightings in an article for local outlet 9 News last Friday. Colorado parks and wildlife officials say the rabbits are afflicted with a virus that causes wart-like projections to emerge from their faces, a condition that likely even inspired folktales in the past about horned rabbit cryptids. It looks like black quills or black toothpicks sticking out all around his or her mouth. I thought he would die after in the winter, but he didn't. He came back a second year and it grew. So here's one of the rabbits. Bro, that shit does look like it's straight out of a horror movie. That's crazy. The rabbit germ is called Shope papillomavirus. It's a cousin of the human papillomavirus. Like some HPV strains, SPV can trigger the formation of growths, typically made out of keratin. The virus is primarily transmitted through biting arthropod vectors, such as mosquitoes and ticks, though it may have also spread through close direct contact with infected bodily fluids. The growths themselves don't carry the virus. So the growths can look like deer antlers, and many scientists argue its uncanny resemblance helped foster the North American myth of the jackalope and similar horned rabbit creatures. There's many things, though. Capitalism is also partly to blame. I don't give a fuck about none of that. All right, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna look through and see if I can find some more photos of this thing, because there's a bunch more pictures I should be able to find of it. Yeah, this looks like some shit out of like a this looks straight up like some shit out of a like a horror film, dude. Okay, here's one of the rabbits. Dude, that shit's kind of freaky. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, here's one of the rabbits with like the stuff sticking out of it. It looks like it's been infected by some like elder thing or eldritch being. Eldritch rabbits. The T virus got out. Yeah. Mouth tentacle is a great name for a tongue. Well, it looks a little bit different. Resident Evil movies. Yeah. The R virus. It's the weed. The rabbit's not having a good day. So we're saying that was a freaky rabbit? Kind of. How the fuck do you make demon rabbits about capitalism? Bro, I don't know, bro. I immediately just clicked off of that shit. Yo, this is why I don't eat arthropods. Yeah, same. Tyrone Magnus had a nasty looking thumbnail. Yeah. This is a harmless virus that supposedly doesn't hurt him if it doesn't grow on something sensitive. If you want to talk horror, Cali ground squirrels are becoming carnivorous. Yeah, we talked about that the other day. Yeah, there's like squirrels are starting to become carnivorous so they can catch up on eating food because of their the lack of food where they're at and stuff. Yeah, dude, there's a bunch. There's like, okay, here's a freaky one. Here's a couple other ones. Yep, here's one of them with like the actual horns on the back of their head. Yeah. That's just a little weird. Are rhinos just infected rabbits? There's another one. Yeah, that's just kind of gross. Yeah. I mean, listen, if it ain't killing the rabbits, then cool, good for them, I guess. But that would freak me out a little bit. Here's another one. Jeez, that one's pretty gross looking too. Yeah, some of that shit's kind of wild. Yeah, shit like that freaks me out a little bit. Like, I'm not like scared of it. Like, oh no, the rabbit's gonna kill us all, but it's more just like, bleh, it's gross. Let me see if I can find this. There we go. Excuse me. Carnivorous squirrels, yep, documented in California. Here's a picture of it right now. It's eating a vole. A ground squirrel with cheeks stuffed with nuts, seeds, or grains is a common sight, but a new study provides the first evidence that California ground squirrels also hunt, kill, and eat voles. The study, led by University of Wisconsin Eau Claire and University of California, Davis, is the first to chronicle widespread carnivorous behavior among squirrels. Published in the Journal of Ethology, the study fundamentally changes our understanding of ground squirrels. It suggests that what was considered a granivorous species actually is an opportunistic omnivore, more flexible in its diet than previously assumed. So yeah, they're apparently going around and eating voles now. Well, we're not going to show that one. I can barely believe my eyes, said Wild, a postdoctoral research fellow in the UC Davis Environmental Science and Policy Department. And then we saw behavior almost every day. Once we started looking, we saw it everywhere. He said he was observed 100 squirrels in nature, and yet even for her, when the undergraduate students came in from the field work and told her what they had witnessed, she said, "No, I'm not sure what you're referring to." Then she watched the videos. Deary animal too? Yeah. I mean, listen, we do know that that's the case. Like, what is it? Cows? When cows don't have enough, like, enough of certain proteins in their diet, they'll eat like baby chicks. They'll eat small animals and stuff too, if they can. I love to see a squirrel try to eat a horse. Though videos and photos direct observation at the regional park, the authors documented California ground squirrels of all ages and genders hunting, eating, and competing over vole prey between June 10th and June 30th. The squirrels' carnivorous summer behavior peaked during the first 2 weeks of July, coinciding with an explosion in vole numbers at the park, reported by citizen scientists and iNaturalists. This suggests that the squirrels' hunting behavior emerged alongside a temporary increase in the availability of prey, the study said. Scientists didn't observe the squirrels hunting other mammals. It's interesting that they're specifically targeting voles, and that there was a massive spring up of their population is really interesting. It's like that nature trying to balance itself out. Like, I don't know. That's kind of fascinating though. A Mountain Mutt for 5 says, the Meekrit Revenue Service Collector just left. I can chat now. Heard you're expecting. Congrats on the mini Meek. When's your due date? I'm not fucking pregnant. That's wild. Thank you for the 5, Mountain Mutt. Dr. Trips for 5. The assumption is we trust their science, not anymore. This is all the satanic worship that Dems in California be doing. I mean, it's possible. Saw a deer eating a snake. Yeah. We put pig blood in cow feed for protein. Okay, yeah, that's what I've heard, that they'll eat they're omnivores as well, and they'll eat meat if they can. This is why dogs and other animals will eat poop to get missing nutrients. Interesting. When the squirrels conquer humans, they will remember who sided with them before their ascension. This will be made like Archduke of the squirrels. An explosion of vole numbers. Sexy, right? Sandy's been away from Texas for too long. That's wild. Metal Slave for 20 said, hi chat. So derailing the convo here, I made the entire Tuesday night main event panel gag earlier today. You're welcome. Love you, Miki. Thank you for the 20, Metal Slave. And yeah, she told the panel, if you weren't watching Tuesday night's main event already, that somebody said something about me leaving my jock strap at my boyfriend's house, even though I'm not gay and I don't have a boyfriend. And then she said that, yeah, I didn't take it off. He took it off with his mouth, and it was gross, and everybody got sick and gross. And yeah, Metal Slave is a wild person. She's like a wild squirrel, vole eating squirrel. No, thank you, Metal Slave. I appreciate it. That was pretty gross though. Fuck, dude, that was rough. Reso says, Sinners is just from dusk till dawn without Selma Hayek's feet and breasts. That is not correct at all. And it is a massive, it is like a weird and massively like dismissive assessment of that film to just call it From Dusk Till Dawn because it had vampires in it, when like the idea behind why the vampires are even there and what they're going on. Can it be an ode to From Dusk Till Dawn? Well, sure, I'm sure it is. There's a lot of vampire movies that show reference to or deference to From Dusk Till Dawn, or say, hey, we're gonna reference it here or reference it there or whatever. But is it actually From Dusk Till Dawn just with less hot chicks in it? No, it is a very different movie. And the thing is, the vampires are an afterthought in the film because the idea was the music and the characters being sinners and them getting their just dessert from the devil for being sinners. Like, that was kind of the point of why the movie's called Sinners. There's a whole thing about it, you know, and the relationship between like religion and music and religion and cultural expression. There's just a lot more to that movie than that, and I think that anybody just trying to diminish the film to just From Dusk Till Dawn missed a lot of what was going on in that movie that movie tells you about. Because I've also heard a lot of people say to me and try to talk to me about this film and ask questions about, well, why did this happen or that happen, and we're completely wrong on those assessments, because guess what? They talk about it in the movie. They tell you this. They flat out in the movie at times will say things about this or that, and then people will go, well, why did they do this, or why did they do that, or why did this happen here, or why did that happen there? And I would argue at least the Dusk Till Dawn argument is slightly less insulting than the argument that it's just about white man bad, black guy good, because the movie really isn't about that either. But that's what like a lot of people walk away with, and that's fine. If that's all you walked away with from that film, you didn't like it, cool, man. But I mean, then the argument would then say, cool, yeah, no, but now we're gonna say that the movie's bad or objectively awful or terrible. Same people that walk around saying that Expedition 33 is overrated. Same people that say that Final Fantasy 6 is terrible. It's just like everybody has their own opinions and they want to be different and want to go against it. But you know, it is what it is. Like, yeah, Mike, I'm gonna need that jockstrap back for the weekend. I threw it away already. I threw it away. Yeah, I just do not. I fundamentally disagree with that attitude and that point completely. And the one guy that got to survive was the guy that was trying not to sin, the guy that was actively working against his nature to try to not be violent and try to be better than that and try to live better than that and do right by the mother of his child and all of that stuff. And then in the end, he ends up giving into that violent nature and he dies. Because it's about them being sinners. And the one guy that doesn't sin gets away and lives his whole life. Doesn't become a vampire because of it. So. But you know, it's just how Dawn. We should just fucking go watch another Jurassic Park movie where the family runs away from a T-Rex in a fucking life raft. We should just go do more of those, you know? It is what it is. Honestly, have you heard we have a new challenge for Meek to accomplish? No. We don't need to talk about that. Listen, it's okay. I will say this. I'll bring it up again on maybe Friday or whatever. I will leave the week open to hit the goal. We don't have to hit it right away. We don't have to hit it right on this stream. I will leave the stream open. I think we're at 970 or something like that, right? Overall. I'll leave the stream open. If we can hit the goal, and I specifically know that that's what we're trying to hit, then I will, I'll go see the movie. So, yep. But, and that's, playing Final Fantasy 6 and preferring 7, totally understand. I get it. I wouldn't even be, I'm not even annoyed by people that like 7 over 6. I get it. It's just saying that 6 is not a good game, and that 7 is objectively better. I'm like, well, no, a lot of that is definitely nostalgia, because the story and the villains, like most people will agree, are far better in 6 than they were in 7. So opinions are like cowboy hats. There's a horse's ass under every one of them. A saying I think I heard before, and I'm totally not misremembering. Yeah, $1,000 to make Mike watch a horror movie by himself in theaters. No. When did the movie come out? September 15th. But yeah, I don't want to fucking go see this movie. I don't want to go see this movie at all. So, if we get to it by, I'll give it till Friday. If we get to it by Friday and we hit the goal, I'll I'll call it good. But I got to know that it's for the goal. Like, that's the thing. Stream his reaction to the movie on Facecam. Yeah, if we hit the 1,000. But anyways, all right, guys, I am gonna call it here. Lady Epic is getting tired. I want her to be able to get some sleep. So, but yeah, if we keep getting done at an early enough time on Tuesday night's main event, I'll keep doing cooldowns. I like doing these cooldowns. I liked them before, but when we were getting done at like 11:30 at night, it was just too late at night for me to be able to finish out or do a stream for 2 hours and stuff. This is getting too late. So if we keep getting done at a decent time on Tuesday night's main event, I will happily keep doing these cooldowns. I love doing these things with you guys. I love hanging out with you guys, talking to you guys about stuff, just shooting the shit with you guys, answering any questions you guys might have about the previous stream, all of that stuff. All of it's good to me. So Nick Skyberg, member for 9 months, says, what's the exact number we're up to for the watch goal? Asking for me and the rest of the chat. We're at 970 right now. Okay, so we're at 970 overall for the that we still have left on the goal. What's the challenge? The challenge is if we hit $1,000, I will go see this horror film that I don't want to go see by myself in the theaters. I will make sure that it's at a showing where there's nobody else in the theater, and then I will live stream my reaction to the film so that everybody knows how scared I was the whole time, and I will do it all by myself with nobody else in the theater. So that's the goal. Oh God, but I don't want to go see that movie. So all right, we're gonna go raid somebody. I don't know who's live right now. We'll go check it out. I believe Beardo and X-Wing are live, but we're gonna go check and see what we got. We got Sevi, we got Moxie Dame, we got X-Wing. Let's raid. We'll raid Sevi. All right, go show Sevi some love. She's one of the she's an awesome addition to the Monday Hangover. We love Sevi. She's awesome. I think she's still going, so go show her some love. Irish Whips and Arm Drags 199 says this is next level grifting. We do what we can. So all right, guys, I appreciate you. I will talk to you guys very soon. All right. Probably do another Afro cast tomorrow before Mario Kart. I'm still working on getting Mario Kart up and running as well. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'll talk to you all soon. Later. Holy. Okay, right before I leave, hold on. Right before I leave, Nick S just dropped 50. Says, does this make the goal? It absolutely goes towards the goal.
That's a huge bitch.
Thank you for the 50. All right, guys. Thank you. I'll count it towards it. All right. Appreciate it. I didn't ignore the super chat. I caught it. All right, guys. Thank you. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Later.